Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and fine at home. In the last session, we have learned about the necklace, that is part 1, and today we will learn part 2. So before I begin, let us recall what we have learned in part 1. We have seen that there was a girl named Mathilde. She wanted to be rich, that means she wanted grand palace, nice furniture, rich dress, jewelry, etc. That means she wanted the luxurious life. But these all are not possible. Why? Because she was born in a middle class family and she is also married to a middle class man named Loisel. So one day what happened, Loisel brought an invitation card of a party at the Minister of Education. But Mathilde was unhappy. She was not happy. Why? Because she didn't have a she didn't have a beautiful dress to wear for the party. So at last Loisel managed to give her 400 francs. So she bought a beautiful dress, but now she is worried about the jewelry. She went to her friend Forestier and asked her to lend her jewelry. So she took one beautiful diamond necklace of Madame Forster, and now she was very happy. Why? Because she is all set. That means she is ready for the party with beautiful dress and jewelry. Now Mathilde was looking pretty and beautiful than all the other women. She danced and enjoyed the party, forgetting everything in the victory of her beauty and success. So after the party gets over, they took a cab and came back home in the morning. Finally, she went in front of the mirror to look at herself. But suddenly, what happened? She started crying. Why? Because the beautiful necklace was no longer around her neck. Loisel was worried and disturbed that it's impossible because he couldn't believe that Mathilde had lost that necklace. So now, today, we are going to see what happened further in part 2. They looked in the folds of her dress, in the folds of her cloak, in her pockets, everywhere, but they could not find it. So they started searching. Mathilde and Loisel, they started searching in the folds of her dress and in the folds of her cloak. Now cloak means what? A garment worn over other clothes. Means it has no sleeves and fasten at the neck. That means a loose coat type. Okay, so they searched everywhere, but they could not find it. Are you sure you still had it on when you left the hall? He asked. Loisel asked, are you sure when you left the hall necklace is there around your neck? She said, yes, I touched it in the hall at the ministry. So she said, Mathilde said, yes, I touched in the hall and it was there. But if you had lost it in the street, we would have heard it fall. It must be in the cab. Loisel said, if you have lost it in the street, we must have heard it fall. We didn't hear the fall of necklace. Then it must be fallen in the cab. Yes, that's probably it. Did you take his number? No. They stared at each other, stunned. So now, Mathilde said, yes, maybe in the cab. So Loisel asked, did you have his number, have the cab's number? Then she said no. They both stared. Stared means what? Looked at each other and stunned. Stunned means shock. So they are worried now how to get the cab's number, how to find out the necklace, where to go and get the cab's number to find out the diamond necklace. They searched everywhere but they didn't find any solution to it. At last Loisel put his cloth on again. I'm going back, he said. Over the whole route we walk and see if I can find it. So at last what happened? Loisel put his cloth again and he went back. On the same way, whole route means what? On the same way from where they came back to home. And he left. She remained in her ball dress all night. Ball dress means what? In her gown, in her dress. Her mind blank. She is completely blank. Means she's nothing is going on in her mind. She's only thinking about that diamond necklace, that where she must have lost that diamond necklace. Her husband returned at about 7 o'clock. He had found nothing. So her husband came back at 7 o'clock, but he didn't found anything. He went to the police, to the newspaper to offer a reward to the cab companies. Everywhere the tiniest glimmer of hope led him. Loisel went to everywhere, to the police station to give a complaint about the loss of the diamond necklace. He went to the newspaper to offer a reward, and he also went to the cab companies. Everywhere the tiniest glimmer of hope led him. Tiniest glimmer means what? Flash of light. Like he was having a hope that somewhere I'll get the hope of getting that back, the diamond necklace. She waited all day in despair at this frightful disaster. But Mathilde, she waited all day for the Loisel that he will bring back the diamond necklace. In despair. Despair means the absence of hope. Loss of hope at this frightful disaster. What was happened was really it was really shocking for her as well as to Loisel. So Loisel returned in the evening, a hollow, pale figure. He had found nothing. Loisel returned in the evening. He searched everywhere, but he didn't find anything. And he found nothing. And he was tired and dull, and there's no hope of getting back the diamond necklace. You must write a letter to your friend, he said. Tell her you have broken the clasp of a necklace and that you are having it mended. It will give us time to look some more. So what Loisel said, that you write a letter to Forestier and tell her that you have broken the clasp. Clasp means what? Fastener, which to hold tightly the two ends of the necklace or bracelet. So he said that it has broken and you are giving it to mend, means to repair it, and it will give us time to, it will take some time to repair. So she wrote as he dictated, how Loisel told her, like that she has written it. Now at the end of 1 week they had lost all hope, and Loisel, who suddenly looked aged, declared, we must consider how to replace the jewel. Now at the end of the week they searched the whole week to get that necklace back. They arranged money, but it's not possible. And Loisel, suddenly he looked aged. Aged means what? He was so tired that continuously he was searching for the necklace, and he was completely tired and he has completely become blank. So we must consider how to replace. Now they were really thinking that how to replace that jewel back to your friend Forestier. And so they went for jeweler to jeweler looking for a necklace like the other one, consulting their memories, both sick with grief and anguish. So Mathilde and Loisel, they went everywhere from jeweler to jeweler shop to find the same necklace, but they didn't found the same necklace anywhere. So they both were become sick and grief and anguish. Grief means what? Sorrow, means sadness. They were very sad because they are searching, but they are not getting the exact necklace, and it also caused them mental distress. So, but the necklace didn't found anywhere. So in a shop at the Palace Royal, they found a string of diamonds which seemed to be exactly what they were looking for. So they went in a shop. The shop name is Palace Royal, and there they saw the diamonds, and which seems to be exactly the same diamond necklace of Madame Forestier. It was worth 40,000 francs. They could have it for 36,000. So what the jeweler man, he said that the worth of this necklace is 40,000, but I can give it to 36,000. So they begged the jeweler not to sell it for 3 days. So Loisel begged to the jeweler that not to sell this necklace for 3 days, and they made an arrangement that he could take it back for 34,000 francs if the other necklace was found before the end of February. So they made an arrangement. Here that if you get the other necklace, then I'll take this necklace back for 34,000 francs. That means here the jeweler would be in profit of gaining money and the necklace back in 2 days. Loisel had 18,000 francs which his father had left him. He could borrow the rest. So Loisel was having 18,000 with him, and now he would borrow the rest of the money to buy that necklace. And he did borrow. He gave notes, made ruinous agreements, dealt with every type of money lender. That means what he did, he borrowed the rest of the money to buy that necklace. Why? How? Like he made the destructive agreements. Destructive agreements means leading to a heavy loss. Means ruinous. Ruinous means what? Leading to a heavy loss. He made the different the destructive agreements. He dealt. He had trouble with many money lenders, and he at last he got that money. Then he went to get the new necklace and laid down on the jeweler's counter 36,000 francs. So later they took the money from the money lender and they went to the jewelry shop and they gave 36,000 and took that necklace. When Madame Loisel took the necklace back, that means when Mathilde took that necklace back, Madame Forestier said coldly, "You could have written it sooner. I might have needed it." So what Madame Forestier, she said that you must have written this necklace before. Why? Because I must have needed it. So why you gave so late? So she said like that, and then Mathilde left from there. From then on, Madame Loisel knew the horrible life of a very poor, but she played her part heroically. That means what? That from that time onwards, like her life was become horrible. Why? Because they took a loan, they took money from the money lender, so they have to return it. So the life was very horrible. But Mathilde was playing her very bravely. She played it very bravely. The dreadful debt must be paid. Dreadful means what? Dreadful means fearful. Like it is terrible. Debt means what? Sum of money that is owed or due. That means loan. So the fearful loan, they have to pay it. Okay. They dismissed their maid. So what they did? Now to pay the loan, they dismissed, they removed the maid. They changed their lodging, they changed their living place. That means they changed their house. They rented a garret under the roof. Now what is garret? Means a small uncomfortable room at the top of the house. So they took a small house. Yes, at the top of the house, just below roof. So they lived in a small room. She came to know the drudgery of housework, the odious labors of the kitchen. Drudgery means what? Hard work here. What do you mean by drudgery? Hard work. So they came to know, that time they came to know the hard work of the housework, how difficult is to handle the house, and odious means what? Extremely unpleasant. Yes, so it was very right, it is like revolting everything. That means she need to handle everything alone. Yes, like a labor. She washed the dishes, the dirty linen. Now what do you mean by linen? Linen is a clothes. She carried the garbage down to the street every morning and carried up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath and dressed like a commoner. Commoner means what? Like a common man she used to dress. All the household work she used to carry her own now because there is no maid. Now she had to bargain at markets, quarrel and face insults over every miserable sou. Now for sou means what? A French coin. For each coin, to save each coin, she need to bargain in a market. She need to fight and she has to face insults amongst everyone. Each month they had to pay some loans, renew others, get more time. Her husband worked extra every evening doing accounts for a tradesman, and often late into the night he sat copying a manuscript at 5 sous a page. So every month they need to pay some loans, they need to clear it, and they need to renew. Renew means what? Resume others, and they has to get more time to pay that further money. So Loisel, what he did, he worked extra to earn money. So every evening he used to do accounts for a tradesman, and he used to write a manuscript. Sat copying a manuscript means what? Manuscript means a document. He used to write it. Yes, at 5 sous a page. Sous means what? It's a French coin of low value, which is having low value. So one page costs 5 sous. At this life lasted 10 years. That means this took 10 years to him to pay that loan, and at the end of 10 years they had paid off everything, even the interest. So at these 10 years means to pay the loan with interest, they took complete 10 years, and at last it was completely paid off. So Madame Loisel looked old now. Often she brooded over the past. What would have happened if she had not lost that necklace? So Madame Loisel now she started looking old because for this 10 years she struggled a lot. She worked a lot. So her face and everything has become dull. Yes, it looks like she has become old. So she brooded. Now brooded means what? She thought sadly. She thought deeply that what would have happened if she had not, if I have not taken that, if I have not lost that necklace. Okay, she was thinking that if I must have not lost that Madame Forestier necklace, what would have happened? How strange life is, how fickle. That means how life is, how life change frequently. Fickle means what? Changing frequently. How life changes frequently, quickly. How little is needed for one to be ruined or saved. Ruined means what? Spoiled. That means we need a little, yes, to be spoiled or to be get saved. So one Sunday, as she was walking in the Champs Elysees, suddenly she saw Madame Forestier, still young, still beautiful, still charming. So one day what happened? She was walking in the Champs Elysees. Champs means Champs Elysees is what? It's a avenue. It's a path in Paris, in France. So she was walking there and suddenly she saw Madame Forestier. But Madame Forestier was looking still, she was looking young, she was looking beautiful and charming. But what she thought that I am looking so old and see Madame Forestier. Why? Why she was looking old? Because she struggled a lot. She had a bad experience of doing all the household work. She need to take care of everything. So her face had looking like old woman. So Madame Loisel felt emotional. Should she speak to her? Yes, of course. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? So Madame Loisel, Mathilde, she thought that shall I go and speak to her? She will speak to me or not? So then she said, now it is paid, like every money is paid. So I'll go and tell her about this thing. Why not? So she went and she met Madame Forestier. She went up to her. Good morning, Jenny. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly by this common woman, did not recognize her. She stammered. So, Madame Loisel means Mathilde, she went to Madame Forestier and she wished her, and as she wished her, Madame Forestier was confused. Like she was surprised to see that who is that common woman who is coming and who is wishing me, who is calling me. So Madame Forestier didn't recognize her. Why? Because her face means her looks have completely changed. So she didn't recognize Mathilde. And then she said, Madame Forestier said, but Madame, I don't know. You must have made a mistake. Then she said, you must have made a mistake. I don't know you. No, I am Mathilde Loisel. Her friend uttered a cry. Oh, my poor Mathilde, how you have changed. So Mathilde, she said, no, I am Mathilde Loisel. Then Madame Forestier, she uttered a cry and she said, my poor Mathilde, you have completely changed. Yes, I have had some hard times since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. Then what? Mathilde, she said, that yes, I have some hard times since I last saw you, and I have some miseries, many miseries. Miseries means what? Sorrow. And that's all because of you. She blamed directly on her that it's because of you that I have to face all this sorrow. Then she said, Madame Forestier said, me? How can that be? Like, how it can be? Like, how I am the the reason for all this sorrows, all the hard times of yours. You remember that diamond necklace that you lent me to wear to the ministry party? Well, yes, well, I lost it. What do you mean? You brought it back? Then she said, you remember, Mathilde said that you remember that you lent me that diamond necklace which I wear to the ministry party. I lost it. But Forestier said that no, you have brought it back. Then she said, I brought you back another exactly like it. And it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. It wasn't easy for us. We had very little, but at last it was over, and I am very glad. Then she explained everything. Mathilde, she said that I brought it back, but I took 10 years to pay for it. And it wasn't easy for us to pay because we were having less money. So it took 10 years, but at last it is over. We have paid all the loan with interest and everything, and at last I'm very glad. Glad means what? She was very happy. I'm very happy. She told to Madame Forestier. Madame Forestier was stunned. Stunned means what? Surprised or shocked. She was shocked that what she's saying. Then, you say that you brought a diamond necklace to replace mine. Madame Forestier said that you brought the diamond necklace to replace my necklace. Then she said, yes, you didn't notice then. They were very similar. Then Mathilde said that you didn't notice that both the necklaces were similar. And she smiled with proud and innocent pleasure. Madame Forestier, deeply moved, took both her hands. Mathilde smiled at Madame Forestier with proud and innocent pleasure. She has the pleasure inside her that she had returned that necklace back to her. And Madame Forestier was deeply moved, means what, she felt sad after hearing all this story that she took lots of hard times to return that necklace. And she took both her hands in her hand and she said that, oh my poor Mathilde, mine was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. Then what she said, that poor Mathilde, my necklace was an imitation, means was an artificial. It was a copy. It was not original diamond necklace. And it worth only 500 francs. At most, means not more than 500. It cost only 500 francs. Here the story ends. This fantastic tragic story by the master of short stories, that is Guy de Maupassant, authors a tale with twist at the end showcasing human behavior and perception. So I think that here Mathilde was herself responsible for her misery. Instead of being happy and satisfied with what she had, she would greedily, which led her to borrow the necklace from her friend. Then when she lost it, instead of being truthful, she decided to hide the truth and replace the jewel. Had she spoken to her friend openly about it, she wouldn't have to go through all this misery. Hence, it is said that honesty is the best policy. So the moral of the story is honesty is the best policy. Okay, students. So I think you are clear. You have understood the part 1 and part 2. I hope you all understood this story very well. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.